Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Almost able to intercept it.
That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Mahomes will try again on second down. And Hill with it over the middle.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Left. Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Butker now to kick this one away.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
The offense versus his own defense. Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Black 22! Black 22!
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to QT. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. QT, Charles, he didn't make his debut this year until week 4. Busted out with 11 catches in that win over Indianapolis. And now you got Will Fuller done for the year with a knee injury. He's a big part of this offense.
He certainly is, because he's quickly going to have to become one of those go-to guys for Deshaun Watson. And a guy that he can get the ball to pretty fast, because Will Fuller provided a lot of speed and flash and could work inside and outside. QT's going to work out of the slot mainly, get it to him, and let him go.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Down! Blue ready!
Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. That electric Kansas City offense takes the field again. And a lot of the talk this year, understandably, has been about Patrick Mahomes. But really, this is just a fun team to follow, is it not?
It really is. And when you think about their head coach, Andy Reid, and his ability to adapt to the talent he has, adapt to how they play football in 2018, actually be ahead a little bit. Because you see elements of college offenses in his. You see, of course, the spreading the field and throwing it to his fast guys like Tyreek Hill. Travis Kelce does a little bit of everything at tight end. Kareem Hunt. I love this offense. And they're winning games essentially 42-28. Their defense has the benefit of playing essentially every game with a 14-0 lead. So this is how they're winning, not on lockdown defense, but really through exciting offense.
And now as the weather gets colder and they're having a good season, this is the time to be tailgating at Arrowhead. This is
There's no doubt. Smell that barbecue cooking and hear that crowd chanting and singing the national anthem. Home of the Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Allen Bailey in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the 50, it's Watson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Black, got it, got it.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Hey, Black 22! Black 22!
Off of play action, it's Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans are in for 6. Well, they sucked the defense in with a play fake, went over the top.
And I know from past experience, when offenses do that, a lot of times the defense guys are screaming at them, run the ball, run the ball. The offense doesn't really care. They got 6 points.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hupp and got his man complete. He's at the 30, 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Fairbairn good with the extra point. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. But Walker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half when we've had guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watson, off play action. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 42 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
This is Miller, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Hey, back 22.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 35 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that is going to be a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally he has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken around the 12. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Come back, come back. Down. Green.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come back, come back.
Watson on third down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Black 22. Black.
Here's Watson now on second down. The throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on second is Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. A very solid gain of 27. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Come back, come back.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Here's Watson. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They get 9 there, and in the process, escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
So. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Z.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Z.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.